Hey everyone, it's Tsui Kyit here back again with another CSR2 guide. And today we're going to talk about crews and the Prestige Cup. Now, if you've ever played CSR1 or CSR Classics, it was a solo experience. You're on your own and that's it. But CSR2, it's really different, where you have crews to work together. And every season, the main draw of joining a crew is to win the season car. Let me jump right into it. Alright, right here with my crew hangout. As you can see, we're almost at 20 million RP for the Aston Martin Velour. And the thing is, not every single crew is going to be able to get this much RP. If you join the wrong crew, you won't be able to get halfway. So here's the thing. Most crews that do get the car, they do expect you to get a minimum of 1 million RP. And this might seem a bit daunting at first, but in all honesty, 1 million, it's really easy. And let me show you how. Alright, the first thing, like I said in my last guide, live racing. That is going to be the main goal if you're gonna join such a crew, because every single live race awards about 1,000 to 1,300 RP, and this can go up if you have a purple star car like these two, the Mustang and this BMW over here, or this Solus. If a wild card is on, or if you bought the race pass and you can get about 30% bonus RP if you do get to that level. Let me show you this. And I'm going to this way. Alright, there we go. I've won. Alright, as you can see, I have a 50% RP bonus up top, and I got 1,346. Now this is just without the race passes. So if I had a race pass, which I haven't bought yet, I would get about 1,500. And if a wild card is going on, I could get nearly 2,000. And it does add up quite quickly, as typically every day you do your 15 races twice for your keys. And while you're doing that, you get RP. So if you do the calculations, 1,500, let's just round off. Or yeah, 1,510, you get about 30,000 RP a day, depending what car you're using. About 30,000 RP a day just from live racing in a car. And on top of that, there are other non-live racing required components that allow you to get RP. Most of them are like the cups like this, but this one right here is not offering RP. There are multiple season, the crew cup, the token cup, and the supply cup. The supply cup requires you to drive a car the same manufacturer as a current Prestige Cup car, so Lamborghini this season. And down the bottom left there's these token cups. They're very they don't stay around for long. They will last me 1 or 2 days and they're gone. And these are quite crucial because they give you RP and crew tokens. Now crew tokens, they are quite important. I mean, quite very important, you can see, because wildcards, they give us a RP boost. And when one of these are running, everyone in the crew gets bonus RP for anything they do, especially racing. That's why we take advantage of it. Now, another golden rule of a crew is that you do not click activate. I mean, yes, I could, but that's going to get me kicked out of the crew, and that's not what I want. Of course, if you're in a I don't want to sound negative, but if you're in a bad crew, like a random crew, yeah, people are going to just activate them whenever they want. But in most organized crews, there is usually a timetable where we say, hey, we'll activate this at 8 p.m, 9 p.m, whatever. It just goes that way. And being a part of a crew, I forgot to cover this, the weekly Elite Cup. If you're starting out and you need these tokens for your Supra, this is the main way you're going to get them, because assuming you're new, showdowns are not a viable place. You're just going to get beat down again and again and again by people with faster cars. As you can see, showdown, if you don't have these cars over here, you're pretty much screwed. So, like I said, the weekly Elite Cup, and this comes once a week. Every day you get 8 attempts, and if you can do your 8 attempts on Monday through Friday, there's 40 races. If everyone does their part, you get a ton of rewards. Bronze keys for parts, elite tokens for your elite tuner cars, typically a Supra, and of course fusion parts. We use that a lot. And going back to the Prestige Cup, this is honestly crucial if you're in a crew and you're striving to get the season car, because if you look at the end, it's 108,000 RP. That's a lot. And if you add up all the RP you get throughout the Prestige Cup, it's about 300,000. That's a lot. And this is about 1 day's worth of capping. And capping is when you do live races and reach the 300,000 RP cap. And this is not a feat for, how I say, beginner players, because unless you're swapping, it's quite hard to get there because you need a ton of gas. There was a season where I went all out. I capped every single day, and I spent a few thousand in gold, and I don't think it's worth it. I just did it for bragging rights, but I wouldn't recommend unless you're absolutely going all out as a more advanced player. You're striving for the purple star car at 135,000 RP. Yeah. Besides that, there's not really a point to capping every single day. I mean, if you have a busy schedule, I guess, but honestly, it's just not recommended by me. Anyway, it's just my perspective of things. If you're not going that high, like for me, I genuinely don't play too much. I just do my key runs. I get my 15 races knocked out in the morning, 15 races knocked out in the evening, and usually I don't go further than that. The other exception is a showdown, because I happen to have an eligible car and it's maxed out. Right here, my 718 Spider RS. But I'm saving those for when a wild card is active, because as I said just now, a wild card, it boosts how much RP you can get. And if I want to be really efficient, I'll just wait for the crew to activate the wild card for a kickoff the showdown, as I'll be getting 2,000 RP, and I can cycle it for me about 10-15 races, and just gets me closer to my RP minimum. If I were to go and check my RP, I believe I am right on target. Yeah, I've made my minimum, and well, that's usually good enough. Most crews have a minimum. I just try to do as much as I can, because I just don't think good enough cuts it. I just want to give it my all. I mean, if I'm part of a crew, we're all in it together. And yeah, I have a number of crew members who just haven't gotten there yet, but hey, it's just a game. We all have lives to live, and I guess that's a perfectly valid reason. So yeah, I hope this guide did help out in explaining like RP, why you should be in a crew. But I should mention one more thing before I end it. If you're gonna make RP in live racing, you need a car with at least 1,000 Evo. Now the thing is, if your car doesn't have 1,000 Evo, you don't get as much RP. And yeah, 1,000 Evo is a sweet spot. After that, it just levels out. There's no benefit, no matter how high your Evo is, to increasing how much RP you get. All it does at that point is just increase your lobby advantage, which I mentioned in my previous guide. So yeah, I believe that's all. I've I genuinely hope that I've helped someone, and I'll see you guys in the next guide. Thank you so much for tuning in.